Hello and good morning, you beautiful souls from all around the globe. My name is Lisa and I'm also known as Job Coach Germany. And please bear with me the background sounds. But as I told you last week, I'm on holiday, on a hiking holiday in the Elbsandsteingebirge, and I'm already ready for the hike. So, and the sun is out today. Yesterday we had a lot of snow and sunshine, snow and sunshine. So completely April weather. But today the sun is out, so I wanted to use this opportunity to talk about one of the questions that Ashi sent in, because last week during the live I didn't get the chance to talk to you about that question. But this question is actually very, very interesting, and it's about cold emailing, especially for finding a job. So normally cold emailing, or like cold calls, that's what we would call it, is a term that you probably know from sales. And it's basically that you're contacting people that you don't know. And there is some sort of cold emailing in the entire job application process as well, which is called unsolicited applications. So you are sending applications to people that you don't know yet. However, this is working in a different way. So we now have to differentiate between cold emailing options, right? So if you are thinking of emailing a person, especially an HR person, so you have somehow received their email address and you want to send them right away your application, be very careful with that, because German recruiters, especially HR staff who are hiring people for their companies, don't like that at all. So from my background in HR, and having worked in HR for more than 10 years, and also having recruited in for these particular companies and having worked in recruitment, I know that normally emails like that get either deleted, or if you, for example, send an email to a person that is maybe like the line manager or like very high top of the company, there are these secretaries who will normally screen the emails first. And if they see something like that, it might as well happen that they just think, okay, that's definitely not his or her manager's task. So we just simply delete it. So it doesn't even get forwarded to the person that you want it to get forwarded to, maybe. So the person that actually takes a look at your application documents. So you think about it. You've now put in a lot of effort. You've now put in a lot of energy into writing your application, and you really want to miss out on this opportunity just by sending an application to a person that probably doesn't read it. So don't do that. If you have a contact, you could call them. So especially in recruiting, normally when you find a job ad or something like that, there will be a number that you can call. So this would be an opportunity that you call that number and ask, okay, so during the application process, I found your number and I'm interested in applying with your company. Could you give me some insights on what to best to do, like what the process looks like, especially if you cannot find a job ad that suits your skills and expertise, but you still want to work with that company. That's actually also what unsolicited applications are for landing a job with companies that you really want to work with, but they at current moment don't have a job ad out there or don't have an open position, or maybe they don't even know yet that they need you. That's possible. Now, there are options on how to work with, and oh, Mojo is here. Good morning. So there are options on how to write or contact people that you don't know yet. So that's what social media is for, right? So especially the official job boards or job social media networks such as LinkedIn or Xing, you could use those. But be very careful, because if you are sending a message to a person that so you don't know that person yet, and maybe you have, for example, the premium version of LinkedIn, then you can send messages with others. Or if you don't have the premium version, you normally cannot send big messages. At some point you can send notes, and here you should just be very short and precise, and just not, obviously you cannot attach your application, but also even if that person connects with you, be very careful that you don't send your application right away. You want to like warm up this person, right? You want to like get a feeling of whether this person can actually help you, and you don't want to be out there and just simply send your application to that person, because it will be very annoying. The I will tell you, the German recruiter will think, okay, no, I'm probably blocking this person because this person is just using me. It's This person is not interested in me as a person. This person is just simply interested in landing a job, and I'm not the person for it. So I don't need this contact, right? So this is something that could happen, and I've seen that a lot of people. I think it's a cultural thing, and you can let me know what you have experienced. But some people are just simply more out there. Some people are just simply more straightforward and into your face, I would say. But let me tell you, the HR recruitments, or the HR departments, don't like that at all, especially if you are contacting them via LinkedIn. Just think about that. This person is on LinkedIn probably because they're representing their job and their company. Yes, of course, but first and foremost, that's a person. It's a human being, and every human being wants to be connected with others who are interested in them, and not just because of the job that defines them, right? So you need to find a first of all, you need to find the right person to contact. So you want to find out more about that person. So before you're connecting with somebody on LinkedIn, find out more about them. Take a look at their CV. I mean, LinkedIn is the best opportunity for that. You can take a look at that, and you can find out more about them. So, for example, if I were to apply for a job in HR, I would probably go to that particular company that I wanted to apply with. Then I would, obviously, you can screen that on LinkedIn. That's really, really helpful. So you can just simply type in the company, or filter for that company, and take a look at all the employees that are there. Now, for me, wanting to work in HR, I would probably screen for the HR people, because I get a feeling of what they are doing and whether they are in that field that I want to work with. For you, if you are in engineering, for example, or you are in IT, or you are in maybe UX, UI design, or Scrum Master, and all of these things, you could screen for the company, so filter for the company, and then take a look at the people who are at that company and doing similar jobs like you are doing, because those are the people who will be able to give you the best advice on what the job actually will look like, and they will be able to give you advice on what their application process looked like. Okay, and that's what you want to use cold emailing for. Yeah, because then you can send them like an interesting note, because you only have like 2-3 sentences that you can send if you don't have the premium version. And here you can say, oh, I'm really impressed with your CV, especially that part. So for me, it's always learning and development. So I would say, oh, I took a look at your CV. I really like your career path, and especially that you've specialized in learning and development. Maybe you pick a specific project or something about that person, and then you say, I really like that, and I want to learn from you. I want to learn from you. Yeah. So if you put that, then it's a really, really appreciative way of sending cold emails. Okay. So it's some people, and that's what cold calls are for as well. It's just a really quick way of getting in touch with people, but please do it in an appreciative manner. So it doesn't really, it's not like, okay, I'm just sending out all of my application at the same time. I'm sending my applications to all the recruiters that are out there. I will just simply screen their emails, or I'm just thinking of what the email could look like, and I will just send them. No, make sure you put in the time and effort into this again, because otherwise the recruiters and the hiring people won't take a look and won't put in the time and effort into screening your applications anyway, or either. And here it can take also some time that you're probably writing backwards and forwards. So if that person is sending you an answer, they will tell you, oh, thank you very much for the compliment, or yes, and maybe they have taken a look at your CV as well, or your profile, your LinkedIn profile, and then you can tell them, and then they will say, yeah, I've seen that you are also in, for me, learning and development, or I'm also into Scrum Master, or I'm also into UX UI design, or I'm also into engineering or mechanical parts and all of these different things that you all are interested in. And then you have a common ground, okay? So this is the advice that I wanted to give you. And I found a really good article from a person that I'm also connected with here on LinkedIn, who is an author of a book as well. So his name is Nick Singh, and on Nick Singh's website, you can find 8 tips for effective cold emails. Okay, so and I want to share these tips with you. So the first tip is keep the email short. Then the second one is, now let me take a look at that. I cannot find it. Cannot find my mouse. Sorry. Okay, there we are. The second one is mention an accomplishment or two. Yeah, so it's similar to the things that I told you. So you need to find some common ground. So either accomplishment of that person, or as well similar to the accomplishment that you've done, right? Then there's a tip 3 that says add urgency and establish a timeline. Be very, very careful, because Germans don't like to be pushed. So if you tell them, so with this tip 3, that might not be aligned with the German culture, because we don't really like to be pushed. We are very direct, you know that. But if somebody tells me, okay, you have to answer me until the end of April or something like that, I probably won't do it. Okay. So, and then am I gone? It looks like I'm somehow gone here on somewhere. People, let me know. Let me know whether you can still see me. Ah, okay. I was gone. I see. Okay, now I'm back. And then, so tip number 4 is relate personally to the recruiter or company. Exactly. That's the most important part. Most important tip. Tip 5, have a specific ask. Yeah, you want to know what it's like, for example, I want to learn from you. Yeah, and then you can later on tell them what you want to learn. And then tip 6, have a strong email subject line. Right. Yeah. So if you're doing that via email as well, have a strong email subject line. Tip number 7 is to follow up. Yeah. So, and then also tip number 8 is send the email at the right time. So I will link I will definitely link this article by Nick Singh for you guys. And then hopefully I'll see you again in a couple days. Yeah, I'm going on a hike today. So thank you very much, and speak to you again soon. I hope that was helpful. Thank you.